I'm not going to use this one, but we'll see what works. The key to creativity and productivity is making sure that there's a place for everything that your mind might wander to. Oftentimes when I am trying to get work done, I'm thinking about that other thing that I need to do, and I don't want to forget this, and I want to make sure that gets done. And there's all these things spinning around in the back, if not the front of my mind. And I discovered that if I know that the right thing is going to pop into my consciousness at the right time, then I can focus, then I can relax, and I can weigh into and be totally present with the task that I have at hand. And what that looks like is taking the time, setting aside some open space to make sure that the projects that you're working on all have the next step defined and in a place that you can go to at the proper time. David Allen in Getting Things Done popularized this thinking. And I just heard him recently in an interview talk about that your mind was meant for having ideas, not holding ideas. And he had said that earlier. And in the interview, he acknowledged, yeah, I said that. And ultimately, your brain makes a crappy office. And it's that, our brains weren't designed to hold all this various information. In fact, the studies show that we can usually hold 4 bits of information. That's, when they looked into phone numbers, that's why they made phone numbers the way that they did, 3 and 4 digits. And then they kept on adding them because we can only hold so many things in our brain independently. So when I try and organize my email, when I try and organize my projects, I try and make sure that I have next action items that all fall in the right place. I go through and I sort my email once or twice a day and get them to the right place. If I can handle it, I do. If not, then I put it in the next task list or I make it into part of a project. And then what I do is I can set aside larger chunks of time to do deep work. And when I say deep work, it's those things that take full concentration and full presence. So when I can get lost when I'm writing or when I'm designing a program or when I'm playing with these videos. And I need to stay focused because that's when mistakes happen. And I find that I will make my greatest mistakes when I'm trying to rush and when I'm distracted. When I have deep work time, I can focus and get it done. And then I lift up my head, take a deep breath, and I can go to the next task list and fill that in. Whenever I have a break, it's almost like an activity PEZ dispenser. You know those old candy dispensers that you'd want a piece of candy, you reach it, you open it up, and a little piece of candy pops out of whatever kind of fun head or top it had on it, and you had your candy. And whenever you needed to get a piece of candy, you reached it, popped it out. Well, that's the same thing with this approach. If everything has a place to land, then when you have some open space, you can look over and pull one of those things out. And also, when I'm looking at all these next task lists, if it's time dependent, then I can set up a deadline and open up time in my schedule and actually place it in there right away. So that by taking a little bit of time at the front end and you place things either in the next task list or you put it in your calendar and you have those reminders pop up, then you don't have to worry. You can sink into that work and be totally present with whoever or whatever you're doing. And you don't have to get distracted about what's next because the right thing's going to come next. And then the fun thing is that all of a sudden, let's say like a meeting goes short, you can always just go to your next task PEZ dispenser and put it out there. You've got it. And it makes it, you talk about relaxing and de-stressing. If you know the right thing is going to come along at the right time, then you can be relaxed. And guess what? That impacts your presence, impacts your creativity. It impacts your productivity. It impacts your effectiveness. So if you can have that opening, if you can sit back and make sure the right thing gets to the right place, use your head to create ideas, not hold ideas, you're going to live a much more productive and fun life.